We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio. It's the IE's home for sports. KPWK AM 1350, Riverside, San Bernardino. An iHeartRadio station.
This is Rubble in town for BlackSportsOnline.com, and I'm out here with Fox 1350. We are Fox Sports.
There we go. We're live. This is IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association on Fox Sports 1350. I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. Make sure you visit us on the web at foxsports1350.com. Now, I am here by myself today, live on air, because Eternal is in a secret location. He's actually at the Disability Sports Festival at Cal State University, San Bernardino. He'll be calling in today, so we'll see if we can get him on the line. So I will follow up with him and touch bases. We'll see what's going on with that. But we have a jam-packed show today. I mean, an absolute jam-packed show today. We have Kaiser is in the building. Kaiser is off to one incredible start. Kaiser right now, they're 6-1, representing the Sun-Kissed League. And then we also have Rev in the house, Redlands East Valley, and they're 4-3 coming out of the Citrus Belt League, 1-1 in the league. Kaiser is 2-2, 2-0 in Sun-Kissed. Kaiser just had a big win. They beat their crosstown rival Summit, and if you know anything about the Sun-Kissed League, that league is usually determined by either Kaiser or it's determined by Summit. Those two teams have really run. I know there's people at Grand Terrace that would disagree with me, and they're upset about that. But it's one of those things. I know that Kaiser and Summit have really been the big boys. And Kaiser, they have Grand Terrace, the last game of the season. They have them on 10-26. So that's going to be a huge game for them. And Cajon, I'm talking about Redlands East Valley had a huge game as they took down Yakaipa in league play. So that is a big, big win for them. So that's huge stuff. And they have a brand new coach, first-year coach, Coach Lunsford. He was at Arlington, but now he made the move and came over to San Bernardino County, and he's over here with us in San Bernardino County, even though right now we are in Riverside County because we're at the Fox Sports 1350 studios. What we're going to do, we're going to try to see if we can get the athletic director from Chaffey College to call in. I know he said he was going to try to give us a call in this morning, and we'll see if we can get him on the phone. He's going to talk about some great things going over there at Chaffey College. Been a really, really good year for Chaffey football. We're really excited about that. Full disclosure, my daughter is a cheerleader on the Chaffey College cheer team. So I've had a chance to see them up close and personal, and I've seen some really, really good games on there. I grew up as people who know me from 0 to 13. I always like to say I grew up in a city called Compton, and Chaffey just played Compton College. It could have been Compton High School. They beat them. I think the score was 91-0. And the thing about it is they probably could have scored more, and they took their foot off the gas. And that is correct. I said they beat them a score of 91-0. That was a beatdown that they put down over there on Compton College, which is weird because they're not even Compton College anymore. Now they call themselves, I think they're, I forget the name, El Camino. Yeah, El Camino Compton Campus. So it's weird. It used to be called Compton College, not anymore. So it's all good. But we have a jam-packed show. Like I said, we're going to have Eternal call in, and I'll see if I can get Jeff Klein on the air and see if we can get him talking about what's going on at Chaffey College. But while we have a moment, I want to go ahead and take a second and see if we can talk about what's going on with athletics out here. I think we may have Chaffey College athletic director on the line. Is that Mr. Klein?
It is not. It is Eternal.
Oh,
with Fox
good Lord.
AM 1350.
Oh, man, we're not worried about you right now, man.
I see you over there trying to hog the mic, brother.
That's what I do, man. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, we are en route. We are right here at the great campus where the mountains of San Bernardino are overlooking. I'm talking about none other than Cal State San Bernardino. We're here for the 12th Annual Disability Sports Festival. We're really excited about this. It's going to be a great day. You're going to be down here in a little bit, but I just want to make sure all the folks know they can come down here. They're hosting kids with all disabilities, all ages, and it's going to be a really great time.
Oh, absolutely. I will be here. I will be there. As you know, we got to pull double duty today. So I will be here holding the show down while we got time, because today I got time. And then I'll make sure that we get over to Cal State San Bernardino. And you said you got there. You've landed, huh?
Yeah, hey, we're here. We have landed, and I'm here with the all-star cameraman, Mark Chapman. And again, we're going to be putting it down for Fox Sports Radio, man. But do your thing in there. Have a great show, and we'll talk in a little bit.
Absolutely, good stuff. That's good to know. I think the real call that we were expecting should be coming in shortly. So yeah. So from time to time, I know you're going to call in in at the 50-minute mark. So we will absolutely do that. So good stuff. So we're going to work on that. So touch bases with us.
We'll do.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. So now I think we have the real caller that we were waiting for. Is this athletic director and head basketball coach for the Chaffey College, Mr. Klein?
Yes, you got Jeff Klein, yes.
There you go. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I know it's been a lot of work because you're pulling double duty over there at Chaffey College. Not only are you the athletic director, but you're also the head basketball coach as well.
That is true. That is true, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I like being busy.
There you go. And I was just talking about the homecoming game. And like I said, full disclosure, my daughter is actually on the cheer team over at Chaffey College. So I've had a chance to see all of the home games this year. And that team is impressive. I know the football team, they're building that program up. They're building that culture back. Because that team has a story, a rich story and history of being a very dominant program. Talk to me a little bit about what's going on with that football team over at Chaffey College.
Well, I think the biggest thing is we got a very, very good coaching staff led by Rod Hadaway. We brought in a lot of young, new coaches with new ideas, new recruiting. Everything's fresh, everything's new. And when we started the season, we were in a brand new conference. And I thought, when you play a Mount Sac, which in the area, as far as in not only Southern California, not only in Northern California, but national, is a national type program. And when you could beat them 13-0, shut them out for the first time in the whole career of their coach, that shows we're headed in the right direction.
Absolutely. And you think about it, I know a lot of times when people talk about teams in this area, they'll talk about the RCCs, they'll talk about the Mount Sacs, but now they're starting to take notice of what's going on at Chaffey College. How has the campus taken that and embraced it? Because when I went to, first of all, let's talk about, not to get ahead of myself, let's talk about that homecoming and the event and the work. And I know we tried to get you on last week, but you're a busy man, like you said. Talk about that with the planning. You guys had 99-1 there. You had vendors. It was a really festive thing. Is that something that the culture you're trying to breed over at Chaffey College, where it was a community event?
Absolutely. Our foundation sponsored the event. The event was held normally, north of the campus a little bit. We brought it down on the field to create some excitement. And we're a community college, so everything we do is geared to the Chaffey community. And to introduce our young people, as well as our middle school and high school, as well as our adult community, we want to introduce them to the college. And what better way to have a beautiful evening at Chaffey College for a football game? And we had food trucks there. We had games. It was really a nice event and well attended.
Right, absolutely. And like you said, I got a chance to come out. I enjoyed the food trucks. Kid J from 99.1, like I said, was on site to do the event. But tell me about that game. I believe it was 91-0. I mean, wow, that team was on full cylinders.
Yeah, well, we have a very, very good defensive unit this year. And I think our defense is one of the best defenses in the state. And it just so happened, Compton is not what you would call one of the better programs in the state. So you met a team with a lot of momentum against a team that's struggling. And, I want to praise our coaching staff because, 91 points seems like a lot, but I think we could have scored 150 points. So
I agree.
It was one of those things that was, in a way, it was unfortunate for the other side. But
right.
With us, our guys want to get film out, and our guys want, we're not going to take off any plays. So, our guys played as hard as they could play, And then in the second half, what they did is they cut the game in half, where they, instead of 15-minute quarters, they made them 8-minute quarters.
Right.
Which, and I know, with our coaches, they just ran the ball in the second half. So we were proud of the fact that we played hard, we played tough, but we tried to control the score as best we could. But sometimes that happens.
Absolutely, and I agree. I thought the same thing. They really could have put on some more points if they wanted to, but they showed class to kind of slow that down. And one thing, while I have you, I would be remiss if I didn't ask. Let's talk a little bit about basketball. Are you excited about this season? I know you're the athletic director, but how are we looking for Chafee College basketball this year?
Well, would you believe this is my 34th consecutive season coaching basketball in the area? And this is going to be my 18th at Chafee. And I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but there's no pulling back. I mean, I'm excited. I wake up every morning ready to go. And I'm excited about this year's team. We have a group of local guys. It's probably one of the smallest groups that I've had as far as in height. But these guys have got tremendous heart. They got tremendous chemistry. And we're looking to have a very, very good year this year.
And that's good stuff. And, we do the Inland Valley All-Star Games. And one of the gentlemen we work with is Coach Romanelli. He used to be at A.B. Miller, now he's at Summit, and he said nothing but good things about you. So that's really good. I'll be out at some of the basketball games as well, and hopefully we'll be able to meet each other in person, and I would love to do that. Thank you so much for calling in. I know it's early for you, and I know you have 1,000,001 things to do. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to give us a call.
Yeah, and I want to thank Coach Romanelli personally on here, because we've had a series of A.B. Miller guys, and one of our best players this year is our starting point guard, Anthony Garcia from A.B. Miller High School.
There you go.
I'm hoping your community comes out and supports the team, because, again, we'll be putting a lot of local guys out on the court this year.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. And when is the next home game again for football?
Well, the next home game, we're going to be at Glendale this Saturday. But next Saturday is probably our biggest game of conference play versus L.A. Valley at 6 p.m. Saturday evening.
Okay.
So not this Saturday, but next Saturday is our next home.
So let's get everybody in the local area to support this team. Let's get behind this Chafee College team. They have one amazing football team this year. I appreciate you so much again, Mr. Klein, for calling in this morning. Chafee College Athletic Director.
Oh, hey, can I add one more thing?
Absolutely. Go ahead. It's your time.
Hey. Our men's and women's soccer program is outstanding this year. Our volleyball program, which happens to be women's, is terrific. Our cross-country program, men and women, is state caliber. And both of our water polo programs are over 500 and doing very well. So it is a very, very positive atmosphere at Chafee College. We have a lot of momentum going into the basketball season, but I believe many of our programs are going to be in the playoffs. So please come out and support all our programs.
Absolutely. We certainly appreciate you taking time. That's good stuff. Always the promoter. So I really like that.
Hey, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's Athletic Director from Chafee College, Jeff Klein. We appreciate him calling in this morning. That football team is really doing some things. Like I said, they worked over Compton College 91-0. And they could have put up more points. What happened was, like you said, and I totally forgot to mention that, in college football, they do 15-minute quarters. And when they went to second half, they cut it down to 8-minute quarters. So had they played, they played 2 8-minute quarters in the third and fourth quarter. Had they played 15-minute quarters, they probably would have put up 130 points on that team. But that Chafee College team is really doing some good things. Coming up next, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But coming up next, I like this. As you know, G. Holler. I moved to the city of Fontana in 2005, so I've been there some time. So whenever I get a team that comes in here and represents the city of Fontana, I always get a little excited. We have Kaiser High School coming up next. So let's take a quick commercial break, and we will have the Fontana Kaiser High School football in studio on Fox Sports 1350 with Coach B. So you're listening to IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Service Association with Coach B. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand-battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Loving the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
What's up, world? This is your favorite comic, Tony Rock. And you're checking out Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. Drive an all-white rank. Couldn't hit it if you tied ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost all the shine.
There you go. And we are live, i.e. Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association on Fox Sports 1350. I am Coach B, and when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. Visit us on the web at foxsports1350.com. I'm excited, like I always say. When I first moved to the Inland Empire from the LA area in 2005, I moved to a city called Fontana. So I get the Fontana Herald, and I always take a look and see what's going on in the city. And the one thing about the city of Fontana, it's the city of champions. I mean, and one thing we talked about but first, I have Coach Cardosi. I knew I was going to mess it up.
You're good.
Cardosi. There we go. Head football coach from Fontana Kaiser. And we were talking about this on air. And you played for, I would say, in San Bernardino County, he's got to be one of the most established or honored coach or successful coaches in the history of San Bernardino County football. And that's Coach Brewitt, Dick Brewitt.
I played and coached for Coach Brook. He is the best, bar none. The best.
Right.
We learned from the best. Us and our staff. He's the man.
Right. And you and Kirk play against each other?
No, Kurt coached me when I was a senior. Yeah, and before he became a head coach, he was the wide receivers coach my senior year of high school at FOI. Before he moved on to go do his thing. So
that's
it's all big Fontana family, man. I give you all the rundown, everything from Kaiser Steel on to the present. I'll give you all the history of Fontana.
Right.
Yep.
And you think about that. You think about just the history and the coaching tree that Coach Dick Brewitt had.
Oh, yeah.
All the people have gone on and done great things. One thing that I see about you, you're in the process. You and your wife are in the process of adopting a baby girl.
It was crazy. Last Wednesday, right before Wednesday night practice, I got a call from my wife, and she said, "We got the call. We've been doing this for over 2 years, and on Wednesday, it looks like we're gonna go in and we're gonna get a little baby girl, 2 months old. We've been waiting. We've been married 12 years, and a little fired up about picking up, our baby girl, maybe hopefully late next week. So that's pretty exciting.
Congratulations, man! And it puts life in perspective, right?
Heck yeah. It was weird. I wasn't even really nervous about the game. I was more worried about, how am I going to be as a dad, with this little girl on her way?
Right.
It was funny, I usually get real nervous about a game. I kept thinking about her the whole time before the game. It was great. It was a good feeling, though. I was really excited. We've been waiting a long time.
Do you have a name yet?
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting name. My wife came up with it. It's an Irish name, Ailish.
Okay.
Ailish Davy Cardosi.
Good for you, man. That's good. And talking about Fontana and history. We bought our house in 2005, but we actually were living out there. We had an apartment.
Okay.
And my daughter was born at Fontana Kaiser.
That's where I was born.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. And the weirdest thing is, like, my wife was pregnant. I knew, 9 months, we're going to have the baby. And the weirdest thing is we went to the hospitals, me and her, and then leaving, it was 3 of us. So you're going to get that surreal feeling when it's you and your wife, and then you leave, and it's the 3 of you.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. And then you think to yourself, man, this baby only eats because of me.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
it's exciting. I'm really excited about it,
So you said, next Wednesday. So today is Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, get all the sleep you can. Don't come out of the house. Don't do any film study. Because come Wednesday, sleep is no more. You're going to be done on that.
I'm excited. That's great.
And then one thing, let's talk about football, Coach. One thing that when we talked on the phone the other day, first of all, I like it because I shot you an email and you got on the phone. You're like, hey, you called me directly, and then we talked about getting you guys on air. And coaches always have the coaches talk. And you guys are having a really good season over at Kaiser. Summit is they're not having a season that they're used to. I'll say that. But you said it. It doesn't matter what the record is. You said we hope we beat Summit this week.
Yeah, you got to throw the records out the window. Coach Matheny does a great job, and his staff. And we were excited to play them. It's a big rivalry game, and the game yesterday started out a little rough. We were down 7-0, and we didn't play well early. A lot of mistakes on our part. We missed some wide open guys and did some things we shouldn't have done, but 42 straight after that, and we righted the ship. So
there you
go.
With
this guy right here, Christian Hunter, and his offensive line.
Right, and one thing that's unique about Fontana, with people, unless you live in Fontana, you really don't understand the dynamic, because the 10 freeway really splits the city. It's like people stay on the north side or they stay on the south side. So that rivalry is like deep. It's a crosstown rivalry, but it's like. Yep. People do things different. Like I live on the north side, but we do more shopping in Rancho. We don't really go over.
Yeah, I live up there too. I live Baseline and Cherry up there. So
me too. I'm in Heritage.
Right down. We're right down the street from each other. But yeah, I go down through the west side where these guys live, down to the south side. That's how. It is a rivalry, and we're proud to say that we represent Fontana with class, and we play the game the right way. And
right.
And we're proud to be Fontana's finest when it comes to football.
Right, and what the thing that's unique about your game in Sunkiss, and I talked about this before you guys came on air. The Sunkiss, I mean, there's other teams in there. No disrespect to the other teams like the Grand Terraces and whatnot, but that league is really decided by that game between Kaiser and Summit.
Well, yeah, last year, you really got to give Grand Terrace a lot of respect. Their quarterback is excellent, and they won the league last year.
Right.
So they're the big dog on top, and we'll see them at the end of the year, game 10. But it usually does come down to to us and Summit,
right.
Even though this year there's little tough times up there, but they'll get it. They'll get the ship righted, and they'll be fine.
Absolutely, I agree. And you're right. Grand Terrace did get the league last year. In Sunkiss, you guys are 2-0, and I want to, if we can get a second, I want to bring your running back.
Yeah, he's right here. Come on, Chris, say hi.
And we talked a little bit about this off air, which I was surprised about. So in 7 games, he has 1,667 yards, and I'll say that one more time. In 7 games, he has 1,667 yards, and that's 1,667 yards more than I ever had in 4 years. So, and he did this in 7 games. So talk a little bit about that. Your coach says some great things about you. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think from the beginning of the season from Sultana, I think we had a great momentum with our O-linemen. They just needed to get the ball moving with me, and they opened up a lot of holes, and from there I just move the ball.
And
once he gets in the secondary, it's a wrap.
Right. And one interesting thing about you is, so you went to Bloomington Christian?
Yeah. Junior high. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So did you ever play on their football team, or you just went straight to Kaiser?
Yeah, I did. I played on their football team since 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they play 8-man over there, right?
Yeah, they play 8-man. Yeah, it was completely different when I came over here.
Has that been an adjustment for you coming over?
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, it was completely different.
And you had 108-yard interception. And the one thing people don't understand, people always say it's only 100 yards in football. No, that means he caught the ball in the end zone. So,
exactly.
And I asked Coach about that because a lot of times people want you to take a knee if you're there because you never know. But Coach said, hey, he took it to the house. He was okay. Was it one of those things you was like, oh, God, and then when he started breaking, you was like, oh, I meant for him to do that.
Well, whenever he gets the ball in his hands, he can just run because he can score anytime he has the ball in his hands. So as soon as he gets the ball in his hands, he has a free reign to run.
Uh-huh. And you said, and Christian said his biggest accomplishment is just playing football. No question about it. What is it that you love about football?
I love the feeling of getting to run and the competition really.
Right.
It's always been challenging, and I think that when it's challenging, it's fun. So that's basically my motto.
And one thing about it, you are a senior. So how many seniors do we have in here today, Coach?
We brought all seniors.
All
here.
seniors.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. We do it at A.B. Miller. We do the Inland Valley Classic. It's the All-Star game. We'd love to have you. So any seniors in here that want to play in the All-Star game, we'd love to have you guys involved with the game. But, one thing we always like to do, too, as well, Coach, can you name off all the players that you brought in studio with you today?
Yeah, we got, come on over here, Ruben. Come say hi. We got Ruben Duarte. Introduce yourself. I want you guys all to get on the radio.
Hello, I'm Ruben Duarte.
All right, let's go. You're up.
I'm Joshua Gonzalez.
Let's go. Daddy Vasquez.
Yeah, Eduardo Vasquez. I'm Jesus Gill. I'm Isaiah Rush.
All right.
I'm Anthony Guevara.
Okay. He's soft-spoken, but I bet you he'll take somebody's head off.
I'm Caleb Owens.
And Caleb, Mr. Waves, look at that. I mean, I used to have hair like that, man. I used to have, but me and my hairline broke up, like I always say. But I used to have nice hair like that.
It's these kids. This senior class is amazing. You look at these guys in studio here. our offensive line. You look at Eddie. Eddie, how tall are you? 6 feet, like 230 pounds. He's our biggest offensive lineman, and we're rolling up 300-yard. Chris is rolling up 300-yard rushing games, and it's about desire for these guys. It's about heart, and it's about belief in your coaches. These guys believe in Coach Urkazu, their O-line coach. They believe in the Kaiser way. They believe in what we're doing, and that's why we're able to have the success that we have. Same thing on defense. Coach Ozier, he's an old school Fontana guy. Played with Kurt on the '87 national championship team.
Okay.
He's our defensive coordinator, and Duarte plays linebacker. Josh plays in the D-line. Caleb plays in the secondary. They believe in the defensive game plan. These guys all believe in their coaches. Rush has gotten so much better. Isaiah's gotten so much better catching the ball, and it's all belief in their coaches, and it's a belief in the Kaiser way of we, not me.
Right.
That's what this is about. That's why there's so many guys here, because it was really hard to pick.
Right.
I told her, I said, I really wish I could bring our whole senior class, because these guys, they believe in honor, respecting the game, playing the game the right way, playing for their teammates, and we, not me. And I'm so proud of these young men, and we still got a lot of work to do.
Right. And you think about that when Faux High, when you were there, it's a blue collar town. It's one of those working towns, and that tradition is still in Fontana, and it's at Kaiser.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing is Kaiser should be the Steelers, really. I mean, because it's Kaiser Steel.
Actually, we broke out these jerseys. I don't know if you saw on Twitter. They were a little dedication to Kaiser Steel, and we broke them out last night. We had a nice Kaiser Steel patch on them, and it was all to about the tradition that you're talking about.
Right.
And it was a little surprise. You guys like that surprise we gave you? They had no idea. Let me see if I can get these up here. You can see them, but it was really an awesome thing for the kids. Last night to see those jerseys and to get fired up. There we go. Got them right there.
There you go.
Those were brand new,
nice.
For us, and all we talked about why Kaiser Steel was there. We talked about the history, World War II. We talked about my grandparents working there, Coach Urkazu's great uncle. All the coaches and their family members, and it was really good. It was really good for the kids to hear that and to get in touch with that and understand who they play for. And there are a lot of old timers. We got the actual Kaiser Steel blast furnace on the uniforms.
Wow.
Had somebody make up a patch. It says Kaiser Steel, Fontana, California. So we're really in touch with our history and the blue collar, the blue collar way of Fontana.
There you go. I appreciate that. And we'll ask some of the players. We'll have them come up. Come on, tell me something about those and introduce yourself, say your name, and talk about those jerseys. How'd you feel about those?
My name is Joshua Gonzalez, and honestly, I was shocked at first when I first saw them, because there was a lot of rumors going on that we might get new jerseys from last year, and I was very optimistic on how they look. But you know what? Once they showed them up, it was kind of a little funny story. One of our players, Lucas Mondahano, tricked us, I guess, into believing whatever. But
yeah, we sent Lucas out. I pretended like he was getting called to the office, but he really wasn't. He was going out to get dressed in the jersey.
Nice.
And we raised our team room door. So I said, "Oh, hey guys!" After I did the little Kaiser Steel spiel, we opened the door. Said, "Oh, by the way, we're wearing these tonight." And these guys went nuts. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Our man Henry got it all on film. He'll have it all chopped up and edited up, and we can send it over to you guys. You can see their reaction.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to get Mr. Waves up. Let's see it.
Come on,
go
Caleb,
ahead.
get up here, Caleb. Let's
Go
go.
ahead. About 20 years ago, my hair used to look like that, man. But that's why I wear hats now, man. Tell me a little something about what's your number?
Number 6.
Okay, what position do you play?
I play safety or defensive back.
DB? Okay. I want to ask you a question. When you're locked up on a receiver, what is that like when you're out there on the island, when it's just you and him? Do you say, you're not going to get this?
No, I just got to face the challenge, play hard.
Okay. I like it. So you got these kids coached up. No bulletin board material, right?
No way.
There you go. Are you guys ready for the Grand Terrace game?
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go. So tell me a little bit about last night. What did that feel like to beat Summit?
To be honest, it just felt like any other win that we always, we just work hard during practice and just nonstop grinding,
There you go. I got you. We started. Are you enjoying your senior season?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's bring another guy up.
Get up here. Come on, Rush.
Don't rush. What position do you play, Mr. Rush?
Wide receiver.
Okay, so there you go. So I'll ask you the reverse question. So when do you guys face off in practice?
Not really. Sometimes.
Okay. So when you're
What
out,
about on Tuesdays, wide receivers versus DBs?
Ooh, that's a work.
It's a workout, huh?
They do. So
There you go. So what is it like when you know you're going to get that fade in the end zone and it's coming to you and they called your number? Do you just say you apologize to the DB for what you're about to do to him?
I just when it's on that island, just me in the corner, I try to think the best. I think nobody could guard me, honestly.
There you go.
That's how I got to think. Come out there confident, make the play.
There you go. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. All right, let's bring some. Let's
go. Come on, Jesus, get up here. It's our center, Jesus Gill.
Say your number and your position.
I'm number 54 and I'm a center.
Okay, so you're the center.
Yeah.
So that's so when you're the center, they're taking shots at you all game.
Yeah.
So what is that like when you see that nose guard and they're going to double you? What is that? What's that feeling like?
Well, since I'm so small, I always know they're always gonna be like going after me, trying to say I'm the weakest link of the O-line. So I just gotta listen to what coach says, do what I have to do, and just fight hard for as long as I can.
Absolutely.
I want to say the Los Osos game. This guy had food poisoning or something, sicker than a dog, and the guy was twice his size. Gal outweighed him by 100 pounds, and he was puking his guts out. And he graded 70%, which is really good for an offensive lineman. And we rolled up. Chris had 291 on the ground, and he did a great job. I just want to say he showed a lot of heart that night.
There you go. Good stuff, man. What was that Summit win like?
It was good. It's always good to win Summit because since ever they always gotta say something about us.
Right.
Since forever, so just for us to show up and beat them by that much, it felt great.
There you
Especially since our sophomore year when they blew us out.
Yeah.
And then for me to play our senior year and blow them out, it was good.
Good stuff.
All right, let's go. Get up here, Daddy Vasquez. This is the father of the offensive line. He keeps everybody in check.
All right.
Yeah.
So your number, your position. I know you play the line.
Number 70. I'm a guard.
Okay. So I'll ask you the same question. So Fontana's a small town. I know there's no mall in Fontana, but do you see any Summit guys at Victoria Gardens?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing that people don't realize how small it is. What is it like now? Do you guys play for a trophy, coach?
No, we don't. We play for we play to win the game. You know what they say.
There you go. So let me tell you, it's your senior year. You're going out, and that's your crosstown rival. Yeah. What was it like to win that game for you?
It was a good feeling. It's always been our rivalry. It was a good feeling to beat them.
There you go. Yeah. Good stuff. Who are you looking for the rest of the season going up against?
GT,
Grand Terrace.
Yeah.
Grand Terrace. You guys want to bring that Summit trophy back home?
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Anthony, let's go. You and Ruben, get up here. I know you guys don't want to talk. These two guys are mutes. They don't want to speak, but I'm going to make them. Here we go.
Now, say your name and your number.
My name is Anthony Guevara, and my number is 76.
Now, just tell me, you're wearing that KC hat because you like the way it looks. Please don't tell me you're not. What's your baseball team?
I like the Angels.
The Angels. Oh, wow.
At Kaiser, you have to wear a KC hat that's black, so that's why he's got that. He's repping Kaiser right there.
Okay. So is that a Kaiser hat?
That's
the Kaiser Cats.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, I'm thinking Kansas City Royals. Okay, I like that, man.
It stands for Kaiser Cats. We're not allowed to wear different hats.
Okay, I've learned that they used to do that So funny story. So when I was growing up, we didn't have the most money, and I remember the same thing. I went to Downey High School, and you had to wear a Downey hat. And the security would take it. Man, my hair was toe up one day, and they took my hat. Oh, man. One of the worst days of my life, man.
Hey, Mr. Abernathy, we see you taking hats all the time. That's why all these guys, they got KC hats on in the studio, baby, representing Kaiser Cats.
Absolutely. So let's say your number, your position.
Me?
Yeah. Oh, you said it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, get up here. Duarte, remember, you play offense and defense. Tell them both. Right?
I play online, strong tackle, and defense, middle linebacker.
Okay. And I know you guys are soft-spoken, but I'll just ask you, man. You guys are seniors, and like I said, your sophomore year, Summit kind of beat you pretty bad. How did it feel to bring it back, to go out your senior year?
It felt great.
There you go. There you go. And you know.
To the mic.
My bad.
It felt great, huh?
Yeah.
There you go. You know what, Coach? This is one thing I'll say, and we could talk to Coach Matheny as well, because that game between Summit and Kaiser is important. And if you guys would allow us, I would love to sponsor a trophy, maybe to represent the steel, the steel. That's something that represents the city of Fontana. So that way you guys can have a trophy that goes back and forth with one another.
Well, we'll talk about it. I got to run it by the powers that be. At our schools. Our Mr. Abernathy and Mr. Hickey. There's a pecking order and whatnot. But hey, that's something we'll definitely sit down and be willing to talk about for
Absolutely. Sure. Because one thing, my kids go to Etowanda, and Etowanda and Summit.
Yeah, they play for that fight for the 15.
Fight for the 15.
Yeah,
right.
Right. It might not be a bad idea, but that's definitely something we can look into and look into the works.
Absolutely. So just something I want to throw out there. I'm thinking.
We'll see. It's something we could talk about. Yeah.
Maybe the old water tower that they used to. They just tore down at the racetrack.
Yeah.
But we definitely appreciate you guys coming in.
No, we appreciate you having us. We're blessed to be here. And I'm just really glad you guys considered us, because these young men are extremely, extremely good. And one thing I want to say before we go is this group, their GPA is unreal. There's a couple kids that can't be here because they're taking the SAT.
Oh, wow.
They're going to college, whatever, this and that. We got kids on our team that have never gotten a B.
Wow.
And that's why we're having the success. It's academic success, in the classroom first, and it's showing on the field. And I felt like I needed to say that because these guys are so good in the classroom.
There you go. We definitely appreciate you guys coming in. I've been watching you guys. I know you guys had a great year. Great win against Summit, your crosstown rival. So we congratulate you guys. Coach Cardosi.
There
you go, Cardosi. Fontana, Kaiser. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Like I said, Coach, we do that All-Star game. We do it right in Fontana at A.B. Miller.
Yeah.
And we'd love to have some of your seniors in that
definitely.
game. Sure.
We got some guys for you. Don't worry.
There you go. We appreciate that.
Sure.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to IE Sports Net, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association with Coach B. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here on Fox 1350. What's your camera guy's name?
Henry.
There you go.
Henry Rush.
There you go. We appreciate
it. So Sick Productions.
There we go. We appreciate that. So let's go ahead and take that quick commercial break.
All right.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we're all about quality. We mix cane sauce in our restaurants every day. And our chicken is hand-battered and cooked to order. Our Texas toast is grilled with just the right amount of butter and garlic. And our lemonade is always freshly squeezed.
Love the window.
And why do we do all this? Because it makes a difference. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
This is Robert Littell from BlackSportsOnline.com, and I'm out here with Fox 1350. We are Fox Sports.
How do I say this? Last year.
All right, and we are live. This is IE Sportsnet, protected by the Riverside Sheriff's Association on Fox Sports 1350. I am Coach B, and when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. Visit us on the web at foxsports1350.com. And I'm excited. One of the coaches we had on the air last year, and I'll always remember that how much you love your juicy fruit, man. So, Coach Lungford, now with Redlands East Valley, and boy, there has been no drop off over at Redlands East Valley. You guys are off to a really good season. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I appreciate you guys having us in.
Absolutely. Big win last night against Yucaipa. And I tell you, the Citrus Bowl, I know there's been two teams left. Was it Ike and A.B. Miller? Yeah. But you still have some, and there's your son. Here your son, Coach? I got the juicy fruit. I'll call you Coach Juicy Fruit because you love that gum. But you still have some big opponents in the league. And last night, one of the teams that's been a perennial power, Yucaipa, you guys won that game 51-30. Tell me a little bit about that game, Coach.
The game was a pretty offensively minded game. Obviously, if you look at the score at the end of it, I think we did a good job of spreading the ball around, getting the ball in our playmakers' hands. We had a goal of getting Isaiah Holiness the ball in some different situations all over the field, and I think we did a good job of that. Quarterback threw for a lot of yards. Isaiah ran for a lot of yards. We did very well on defense. We gave up a couple late scores in the third and fourth quarter late in the game. A couple sloppy plays, a couple missed assignments on coverage, but overall we had a really good game, I believe.
Oh, that's good stuff. And I'm looking at your bio. You said it's almost like people will say I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, but no, you said I chew a pack of juicy fruit every game.
Yeah.
Do you have an assistant that like when you spit one out, do you have someone running behind you?
No, but I definitely have. I have an assistant on the team that made sure that the garbage can is right at the 50-yard line every single time by our instant replay on the sideline. So I'm able to just turn right around and get rid of it and then pop the next piece in.
Okay, I got you. So tell me a little bit about it, because Redlands East Valley has been a power for a long time. What was it like to walk into that situation and get that program? What was your excitement like to take over the keys of that program?
I was really excited with the opportunity that was brought ahead of me. When I said in the interview process and I talked to people about it, I think everybody gets into athletics and coaches get into coaching because they want to compete at the best and at the highest level. And they want to see what they're made of.
Right.
I have the opportunity now to play against some of the top level competition, coach some of the top level competition. So I was really excited to get in the building. And then once I got in there, everybody had open arms and very warm and welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are great. I got a great senior class, great community. Great parent support. So, everything's been fantastic since I walked in. Right.
I mean, you had some big wins. You beat teams like Heritage. But what is that Citrus Belt when you were at Arlington, coming over to the Citrus Belt? There's no days off. What is it? What has been this is your first year coaching the Citrus Belt. What has it been like for you?
Well, it's not even just the Citrus Belt. You look at our non-league schedule.
Right. Upland, Heritage, Norco.
La Habra. I mean, we definitely went through 6 solid weeks of extremely high level competition, and we told the guys from the start we're going to be battle tested.
Right.
We're going to know when we get to the Cajon game, the Ukaipa game, where we stand at.
Right.
We're going to know just at what level we're going to be capable of playing at this year, and I feel like we're at a pretty high level right now.
Absolutely. So, Coach, you got some players with you. Who did you bring in studio with you today?
I brought 3 captains, and then this other kid named Isaiah Holiness. Jeremy Waymeyer, our linebacker, Brady Sheehan, one of our linebackers and the captains, and Miles Herrera, our quarterback.
Oh, okay, excellent. If we can bring some of the guys up, I definitely want to. Whoever wants to come up first, the quarterback. Look at the quarterback. He's looking like I'm the QB. So there you go. Go ahead and say your first and last name correctly for me, and then your number.
Miles Herrera, number 5.
Okay. Now, one thing about it, when we're looking at your bio, one of the things, the first thing you wrote on there is a 3.6 GPA. That and a 4-year varsity starter. That's amazing right there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So this is your first year with Coach Lumford. What is it? So you're a 4-year starter or a varsity player. How does that? What's the change been like this year?
There really wasn't a change. We knew he was focused coming in, and we want to ball out and do our best we can for him since it's his first year and it's our last year. So we want to just take advantage of the opportunity we have to build a program from the start again.
Absolutely. And you started varsity as a freshman?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That's good for you. That's good stuff. So this is your senior year, your final year at Redlands East Valley. What are you looking to accomplish this year? Is there a team that's on the calendar that you can't wait to match up against, or have you already played them?
I can't wait to play Citrus Valley.
Okay. That's the crosstown rival, right?
Yes, sir.
And you guys play your games at Citrus Valley, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're ready for that game. I know Citrus Valley's having a decent year as well. Tell me a little bit about that game last night against Ukaipa. I mean, Ukaipa, that's a tough program to play against.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on that game? It was an offensive game.
It was an offensive-minded game.
Is that something you like being the quarterback?
I love being a part of an offensive-minded game.
You like putting the numbers up.
Yes, sir.
So you guys came out with that victory, 51-30. What was some of the things that you really liked about that game, or were there any things that you would have adjusted in that game?
What I really liked was the offensive line blocked very well for not only me but the running back Isaiah Holiness. And then our game plan going in was really good, and we executed very well. And I'm just proud of all my guys. Good deal. Good. It's spoken like a true quarterback. So good stuff. And then where's Mr. Holiness? Come on up. I love that last name, man. I really like that last name because Holiness, man. Tell me a little bit about the game last night and your thoughts and everything that went on.
Going into the game, I didn't really have any doubt in my mind that we were gonna win.
Okay.
So I just kind of went out there. Team went out there, and we did what we needed to do.
Okay.
Get the dub, keep our head down.
Okay. So what are your thoughts about this season? And you guys right now, you're 4-3 overall, 1-1 in league in the Citrus Belt. What are your thoughts about this season, and what are some of your goals?
My thoughts on this season are I want to prove everyone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're doing that as of right now. Everyone, coming to the season, we weren't supposed to be the team we are right now.
Right.
And, I think we proved everyone wrong at this point. So it's just the fact that keep doing it.
Right. And you think about that because you guys had a coaching change. And that's the thing and you guys are packed with incredible competition week in and week out. Like we said, you got the Cajones, you got the Ukaipas, and you have your crosstown rival, Citrus Valley, and then you have Redlands as well. Are you excited where you guys are right now? Because like you said, you guys probably weren't predicted to be where you're at right now. Are you excited with the progress of your season?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Excellent. Most definitely, I'm excited about that. We came a long way from where we started. Everything's just been a process, and that process working out.
There you go. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, congratulations on the season and everything you're doing. Let's bring another young. You look like a guy that gets in that weight room, man. I see the way you're standing. You look like you're benching right there. Go ahead and introduce yourself and give me your number.
I'm Jeremy Waymeyer. I'm number 48.
Okay. And what position do you play, Jeremy?
I play inside linebacker.
Okay. So what is it about? So inside linebacker and outside linebackers. I mean, when you're inside linebacker, you're in the trenches. What do you play, Mike?
I play it's kind of like our flex position. Okay. I roam around the D line.
Okay.
That's pretty much inside linebacker.
Okay.
Space.
Good stuff. Well, and you're a 3.9 GPA. Wow. Coach, you got one incredibly smart team over here. So tell me, what are some of your biggest accomplishments this season and things that you're proud of and the way the season's going?
Honestly, our season has just been a nonstop battle, and I'm proud of how our team has taken it. The boys are working every single week. It's just been nonstop grinding. Other than that, we still have a lot to prove. We've won a lot, but we haven't won anything right now.
Right. And you said you have no favorite NFL college team?
Nope.
Oh,
high
wow.
school, I've just been way too busy to like focus on anything.
Right.
When I'm not playing football or playing sports, I'm watching film or doing something.
So you're just getting your stuff together. 3.9. So you're going to be the guy that's operating on my brain in 20 years? Good stuff, man. So we congratulations. Are you looking forward to that Citrus Valley game as well?
Most definitely. That's going to be a battle.
Okay. Did you play for Coach Bruick?
I did.
Okay. So that's good. That's going to be a very interesting game. Very, very interesting game. All right. We have another young man we want to bring on up. Go ahead and introduce yourself and give us your number.
Brady Sheehan, number 9.
Okay. And what position do you play, Brady?
I play linebacker.
Okay, wait, you're 3.8 as well. Do you guys ever look at each other and say, man, I'm a 3.9, I'm a 3.8. Do you guys, is that what you guys do over at Rev?
A little bit, me and Jeremy. Yeah. hold each other accountable. So we've kept that a key factor this offseason. So.
And I'll say that's one thing that's special about Redlands East Valley. You guys do amazingly well on the football field, but you guys do well also in the in the school books. Sure. And then you said you play baseball and basketball growing up, and now football. Is football your sport?
Yes.
So you don't do any more of the other sports?
Nope. I've been focusing on football and just doing all I can to just improve in that.
There you go. And a huge adjustment for you. So you went from quarterback to linebacker.
Yes, sir.
What? How was that for you? Do you like you got tired of throwing the ball? You said I want to just lay somebody out.
Yeah. I actually I was playing quarterback. I played quarterback our freshman year just due to not having like a guy for the spot. So I stepped in and played my freshman year, but I got converted right after that. My the varsity coach moved me over to safety. Played safety for a little bit, and then I got moved down into the box after we got pads on. And I was at outside linebacker my first 2 years of varsity, and this year I'm at inside.
There you go. And then you say your biggest accomplishment is earning a D1 scholarship?
Yes, sir.
Where's that to?
I've gotten Hawaii, Army,
wow.
West Point, Utah State, and Sacramento State. So
did you say West Point?
Yes, sir.
Oh my! So that's good stuff. So that is very good. That lets you know that's what that 3.8 will do for you.
Yep.
Good stuff. Now I'll tell you that when you get ready to announce, I know you haven't decided yet, but when you get ready to announce, and that's for all of you guys, when you get ready to announce, we have our National Signing Day. So we would love to have you guys back in studio and talking about that. Where you guys want to go?
Oh, yes, sir. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Are you and you're ready for Citrus Valley too?
Oh yes.
There you go.
All of us.
There you go. So we're excited about that. So we appreciate you coming in. So we'll have Coach come on back up. Now, what is your collective GPA, Coach? It's got to be super duper high.
Well, don't let them fool you. These are, we have 120 plus guys on the roster, so there are definitely some that are down in the lower range, and a lot
like
of
my range,
right, way closer to my range as well. And then you got some very high GPAs with guys like these three over here.
Right, and that's good stuff. I mean, Coach, I'm so excited for you. I know you made the transition. You lived in close to Rev, correct? I think I read the story about you, so it's a closer commute for you.
Yeah, I live 2 minutes from the school.
So you live in Redlands.
Yep.
So that's how has that adjustment been when you could just ride your bike to practice now?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's been a blessing. It's really helpful for the family at home.
Right.
But also just to be able to be at school quicker whenever need to be.
Right. And you're on campus as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
So that helps. So what do you see in the future for your team? Like I said, you guys you're battle tested. You played a really tough non-league schedule, and now you guys are going into league. Your division 2.
Yes, we are.
So you guys, you no days off in that division.
No, that's why our non-league was the way it was.
Right.
Ton of D2 schools there, teams that we'll see in the playoffs.
Right.
You get your spread teams, you get your line it up, packing in, heritage, smash mouth type football. So, I think, whatever we do from here on out, we're going to take 1 week at a time, game by game.
Right.
But I think when it comes to playoff time, we're going to be a tough out for anybody.
Absolutely. So, we will continue to watch you guys. And we want to continue to see your success. I want to thank you guys so much for coming in. And we talked about it, and I know you said you'd love to throw your hat in the ring for the Inland Valley Classic.
Yeah.
We wanted you to do the Riverside game, but now that you're in you're in San Bernardino County, it'll be good to get you over there. And I'll ask you the same question. Are there any teams on the schedule? You say you go week by week. Is there any team that you're excited to see or play against?
Setting me up for this one, man. I think everybody in the Inland Empire wants to see Redland East Valley play against Citrus Valley.
Right,
Coach Bruick against his old team and the new coach at Rev,
right.
Myself. So obviously that is a game that people are looking forward to. So I don't want to look that far ahead. We got Carter this week. And
yes.
We still have to improve and do things. Make sure that we're improving week by week, game by game. But obviously, everybody wants to see that game and see how it goes down. So that's 2 weeks from now.
Absolutely. And speaking of Carter, that's a league game, so you guys will be at Carter. Any adjustments that you think you need to make? You guys put up 51 points, so offense might be solid.
Yeah, we're gonna do what we do.
Right.
We're gonna line up. We're gonna spread the field. Get our athletes in space and get the ball around, moving around, flying through the air. So no, we're not gonna make any major adjustments. We're gonna do what we do. Hopefully get a couple guys healthy. We were out 2 starters last night, so get a couple guys back. Maybe get back on key with some of the flow and the rhythm and timing of things that we've been doing in the past.
That's good stuff. And I've noticed that maybe this radio show isn't as important. I haven't seen any juicy fruit change, so you still have the same juicy fruit. So
you can only chew a pack a night, and then the next day you got to give yourself a little bit of a break.
But the funny thing, when you came here, I saw you were chewing that gum. So, but we definitely appreciate you coming in, Coach Lunsford, Redlands East Valley, and like we said, we definitely want to see if we can get you out there and coaching that All-Star game. Thank you so much for coming in, Coach. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys having us.
Absolutely. So that's Redlands East Valley. I think we might have a caller calling in. Let's see who we got. Is that Eternal?
Yes, sir.
All right. You actually did call in, huh?
Yes, sir. Hey, you know what? I have a very special guest here. I want to make sure we get this gentleman on. He's been doing some fine work. Are you ready to talk to this man?
I am. What you got?
Okay, now we are with the mayor of San Bernardino, so I'm going to go ahead and put him on the line right now. Here he is. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm great, but please, you're live on Fox Sports 1350. Please do us the honor to introduce yourself, Mayor.
Thank you. I'm Mayor Kerry Davis with the City of San Bernardino. Once again, here at the 12th Annual Disability Sports Fest here at Cal State San Bernardino. Wonderful day, beautiful weather today. Once again, we will all be inspired by the efforts that are put forth by these athletes. They truly are an inspiring group of individuals that come out to overcome the challenges that they all face. Anybody that's here today will certainly leave inspired with a great deal of hope. So thank you, Sports Network, for being here and hosting this. Thank you for taking your time to be here and bring this event to all of those who really can benefit from the opportunity, the athletes that are here competing, and all of the volunteers, Cal State San Bernardino, once again, hosting this event. We are very fortunate to have this event here in our city of San Bernardino, and it's very fitting that the city of San Bernardino, together with Cal State San Bernardino, Cal State State University is here once again, providing this great venue for all of these athletes to come and have a great day with their families, their friends, all the volunteers, the coaches that put this effort into making this event successful year after year. It's a great collaboration and partnership.
Absolutely, Mayor. And I do want to ask you, I know you're busy and they're doing the breakfast and you have more things to do, but if you can take a second, if you have a moment, you think about this event, and it's one of the oldest of its kind, it's one of the biggest of its kind, and you think about the impact this has, and it's in the city of San Bernardino. How important is that to, and having you as the mayor of the city is and coming out and showing your support, we appreciate that, but how big is it to have that event in the city of San Bernardino?
Well, it is very important for the city of San Bernardino. As you know, we've gone through some significant challenges. Exiting bankruptcy, the December 2nd terrorist attack. This is once again an opportunity to show how resilient the city of San Bernardino is. Going through a recovery, creating that opportunity for revitalization, and having people come to our community and see the great, beautiful city that we are. This is really an opportunity to once again showcase San Bernardino, especially Cal State San Bernardino. We are very fortunate to have this event at our at our campus here. I'm an alumni of Cal State San Bernardino. Very proud to be a part of this. And once again, thank Fox Sports News for being here, taking your time to demonstrate what great quality of people we have here in San Bernardino and all that come throughout the country to attend this event. Gets larger and larger every year. I think this is one of the largest in the country that hosts this type of an event.
We would certainly appreciate the mayor of San Bernardino, and Eddie is at the Cal State San Bernardino campus right now at the Sports Disability Festival. Time for us to go. I am on my way out there right now. Thank you for listening to Fox Sports 1350, Coach being eternal, IE Sportsnet.
You're listening to IESportsnet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.